everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Genevieve. I am an intuitive spiritual reader, psychic, medium, energy healer, and artist. And on this channel, I discuss all sorts of spiritual concepts. Today, I'm going to be discussing the tarot because I'm a tarot enthusiast and it is a service that I offer to my clients. I often incorporate tarot into readings. Today, I want to talk about two very important cards, the most wanted and loved and the most feared cards of the tarot. So stick around and I'm going to be discussing the Lovers and the Devil. Okay, so let's start with the Lovers. The Lovers is the card that most everyone wants to see. The Lovers is obviously a loving relationship of some kind, but usually it refers to a romantic partnership. So as you can see, the Lovers are almost symmetrical, representing harmony, balance, complementary aspects. And behind them is a mountain. And like all cards in the tarot, this has many different meanings, and it's really up to how you, as the reader, perceive the energy through your intuition on the day of the reading or with that precise person. And my interpretation of this mountain is that these lovers have actually crossed some kind of hurdle and it's behind them. So they may have overcome some road bump along the process of getting together, or they may have actually accomplished self-mastery individually so that they can be a match with each other. The mountain definitely signifies that there is something of worth behind both of them, that there is an accomplishment, an achievement, that they are solid in their background. They've been through something major, they've come out of it, and they are now able to find each other and offer the best of themselves to each other. The mountain can also represent a hurdle in the relationship at the time of the reading, and that this hurdle will actually be overcome and the lovers will get together, all the better for the experience of whatever they've been through. We also see blue skies, which definitely indicates happy times, good relationships, harmony, and all of those ideals of mutual respect and healthy boundaries that are associated with a positive, happy relationship. We also have this angel watching over them who has kind of scary wings, if you ask me. They're pretty dark red sort of wings, but with the sun behind the angel there and that crown of golden glory, then we can certainly assume that this is an angel of love and that this angel of love is presiding over the course of the relationship of these two lovers and keeping everything on keel and aligned with the highest good for both of these parties. We also see the color green with the foliage. This is a reference in the tarot to things being fertile, and that can obviously refer to sex and procreation, but it also is about abundance coming from both the relationship and what they've achieved for themselves individually. So this is a beautiful card. The Lovers, as I said, it can refer to all sorts of relationships, and it also refers to the idea of relationships coming into harmony. So maybe there have been challenges, but when you see this card, then it's an indicator that there is the strong possibility for harmony, for reconciliation, and that is always very positive, of course. Then we have the card that everyone wants to put back in the deck when they pull it out, the Devil card. And on the Devil card, you see the lovers down below here are in a different situation. So the devil has the lovers chained to his post. But in the devil card, the lovers seem to be a little unaware of what's going on. So switching over to the devil card, here the lovers are still together. They're still represented as a couple. And they seem to be quite happy. They are adorned with fine jewelry. They are sort of sipping cocktails. It's that kind of feeling, like they're kind of in the foreground. They're blissfully unaware, it seems, that they are actually chained to the devil. So for me, there was a long period, where when I saw this card, I thought, oh no, I don't want to see that. And very often it does refer to dark things, unpleasant things. I often have this card when it refers to somebody who is under demonic influence, for example, somebody who is narcissistic, for example. This card is definitely a dark card. It's the darkest card in the deck. However, the good news is this card, for me, also very often actually refers to codependency. And when I get this card in a reading now, I actually am really happy because it's giving me a clue as to where I don't believe I'm good enough. And I believe that I am needing somebody else. Because the couple here, the lovers here, they have these chains coming from the back of them to the devil, which indicates that they're not very aware that they've actually made a deal with the devil here. And that's really true. The principle of not being good enough basically operates in lack of self-awareness. Because when we are truly self-aware, then we know that we are complete and whole. We know that we are children of God's source creator. We know that we have, through our divine connection, through our souls, our connection to source God creator, we have everything that we need. And it's the outside world, represented as the devil, as dark forces, who want to take that sovereignty away from us by causing us to believe that we're not good enough, that we need something from outside of us to complete us. So whereas in the lovers card, the lovers have both accomplished this sense of self-belief, as they have self-esteem, they've been through that path of self-mastery represented by the mountain, and they know themselves individually to be true and whole. Together they come together and they make something that's greater than the sum of the parts. Whereas here, both male and female parts of this couple have actually bought into the idea that they need to sell some part of themselves to the devil in exchange for something that they don't believe they have. So the devil's made that deal with them. And whilst on the surface, in the foreground there, they seem to be doing really well and having a good time, they actually aren't very happy because right behind them is the devil, and he's made a deal which is never in the benefit of the other party. Every deal with the devil is never in your benefit. It's always in the devil's benefit. And it always starts with a lie. And the biggest lie is that you're not good enough. So the party here have basically sold out some part of themselves. They have undermined their integrity and they are now living in a life that on the surface appears to be happy and successful. But behind the appearances, we find that in fact, it's all based on a lie, and that these people don't really believe in themselves. They don't really believe in their worth. And so they now owe the devil for their success. And isn't this true? Whether it is money, sex, or other forms of status that we believe we need, we do actually sell ourselves short. And everybody has done it to some degree in their life. Whenever I see this card in a reading, I look at the context, and then you can figure out, is that in a relationship with another person where you feel that you need that other person? And so they know that you believe you need them. And so now they're taking more from you than is healthy. They're now kind of like sucking the life out of you. They're now making unreasonable demands of you. They are causing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. Just to be in the relationship with this person is difficult. It's work, but you still do it because you believe that you need them for some reason. Maybe this is a very attractive person and you feel that you really need to be with somebody so attractive so that you can feel better about yourself and how you look. Or maybe it's a job with a boss who's just awful to you, but you believe you need the money because you can't pay your mortgage or your rent without it. You can't pay your bills. So you've decided, I'm going to stay in this situation where every day I am unhappy, deeply unhappy, and maybe I am doing things that are really not in line with my values, but I believe I have to stay because I need the money. So the devil shows up in all sorts of ways in our lives where we don't believe that we are provided for by source. And this is so common. I sure have done it. It's a it's an ongoing struggle in life, right? Because we live in a culture that has many of these premises from eons. The whole money system is all about lack of supply, creating demand, creating value. That we have a slave economy where you have to give too much of yourself in order to receive just the basics of life. So that's a little bit about the lovers and the devil. And I hope that the next time you see this card, you can actually celebrate because it's helping you see where you believe that you're not enough and that you believe that you need somebody else and you don't. And if you see this card, blessings to you because it means that your relationships in some way, professional, romantic, family, friends, your relationships are actually making a positive turnaround and that there is hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel for you. And if you ever see these two together, well, then you know that somebody who you're in a relationship with is not for your highest good. And like I said, there's many, many, many ways to interpret all of the cards of tarot. This is just one angle I'm sharing with you today. I hope that you got something out of that, and I will be back soon with another tarot video. Bye.